Well, more stuff came today. We're waiting right now for one last G10 shipment, which should arrive, but we had to wait today at home, so no flying. It was pretty gray and rainy this morning, and it's not too much wind actually. Might get out later if the sun comes out, but got some gray clouds coming in, but we did get some stuff today. This is the 2mm thick carbon fiber tubing for the arms. This is an option. Probably gonna have 2 or 3 kits with this in it for those who want a really, really strong frame for perhaps a 600 size quadcopter. And we'll have the standard 1mm tubing in flat and gloss, so that'll be your choice. Thought that would look pretty neat. There's the lock block on the end there, as you can see. I do have to cut them, so if you want to sand them, they sand really nicely. You can sand it right to black gloss if you want, but I'm not going to spend the time doing that and increase the price, so that's up to you. I would leave the top from the water jet edge. There's a bit of ridging, so that's really good because that will act as your sliding buffer and you won't have a huge amount of resistance, and eventually this will wear down maybe, but it should stay for at least 2 or 3 years or 4 years, I think, of repeated opening and closing. I really don't think it's going to wear out because Delrin's very, very strong. But you'll have one on one end, and when the kit comes, it will have one on one end and one on the other end. This end you'll have your motor mount, so you'll put your motor mount on the outside here, and on this end you'll have your mount on the outside, plastic facing forward, or your mount on the inside, depending on what you want. If you want to pull the arm off the quad and have it set each time you put it back on, then you would want to have it on the outside so that this block runs up against the frame clamp. If you want to have it fixed and for folding in the quad, then you would want to have your block on the inside and your clamp on the outside so that you can't pull the arm out of the actual quadcopter, and you can just pull it out to get your proper length and fold it and readjust. But there will be no twisting of the motor this way. You'll have it set with that block. Well, we're going to have hybrid carbon fiber bottom plate and G10 top plate, as well as carbon fiber complete. Now, I'm leaning towards having a carbon fiber bottom plate, and then you could have GPS on top and have your antenna sticking out the numerous holes on the bottom. That's why I included a lot of extra large gaps and holes, so that RF can get through, as well as you can put your UHF or your 2.4 gigahertz antennas down below so that you'll have a clear line of sight to your antenna. And your clover leaves can go on the ends here because I built in antenna holes, so these holes are about the size of the antennas, so you'll be able to put your antenna end up through here with your nut and washer on the end, and that'll give you good clearance far away from the carbon fiber. You could use any one of these holes as well for your antenna at the front, or use them for the gimbal ball plate in the center so that you have an isolated APM or something like that in limiting the vibrations. Even though direct mounted onto this frame with the arms that we have and the motor mounts, the aluminum motor mounts, we're not getting any jello at all. I tried yesterday, I tried today again, and it just seems that it's so rigid that the motors just don't have any ability to shake anything but the whole frame, and by the time it shakes the whole frame, the vibrations are gone pretty much. Now, if you have a very loose arm, or if you have an arm that's not that stiff, the vibrations will amplify from the motor on. So you get a lot worse effect than the very fine buzzing of a motor on the end of a very, very stiff arm. That's my theory, at least. So there we go. We've got all that. We're putting together the box stuff now. A bit of work. I have to go get some screws. So I'm hoping that my other stuff arrives and I can get my screws. I have enough for a few kits for the launch on Monday, but I will have to get some more screws, but they're local. And all of this stuff has been done in Canada, so I'm really, really happy. The tube is from Japan, so that's not something I'm manufacturing here. But other than that, I got this gift as well, or a trade actually, sort of a gift. And let's look inside here. Got a note. I'll have to clear the note and see what it says. But looks like we have another coin coming from far away. I hope the acrobatic Bearcat approves of your addictions. Speak to you soon. Oh, sorry, additions. Speak to you soon. So this is my cat coin collection, and definitely looking forward to seeing this because it's a real Bearcat coin, I think. The other cat coin, the other Manx I got was a little bit, let's just say sedate for Bearcat style. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this open, folks. This looks really, really well packaged. Yeah, this is well packaged. Oh, I hope their fingers were clean. My teeth. All I need is a chipped tooth. Shh. Okay, so here we are. Straighten out the camera a bit. Nice black cases, that's for sure. Oh, and they're taped inside as well. Let's see. There we go. How's that for a replica or an image of Bearcat? That seems to be Bearcat perfectly. He's got that rough and ready look going, ready to catch the ball. So there we go, Isle of Man. That's where the GP races are. Well, let's do that. Let's open that up. All the motorcycles race around the Isle of Man. It's one of the most dangerous TT courses, one of the few TT courses in the world, and a great history of motorcycle racing there. So a Manx cat sort of adds to the actual coolness of the place. The Manx is the official cat of the Isle of Man. So let's see here. My hip is pretty sore today, so excuse my grunts and groans. And we got, well, the equivalent of the Canadian maple leaf. Which is a Britannia, I think. Very, very shiny. And I think this is the equivalent of bullion in the UK. Because it's 2 pounds, if you notice that. And the Canadian 1 ounce coin, this is 1 ounce, but the Canadian 1 ounce is also a bullion coin, and its face value is $5. So you got some coordination between England and Canada there on the pricing of these 1 ounce coins at $5 face value, when actually the coin is worth $20 in silver. And it's quite soft, the edges around the printing on this. You can see it's sort of, I don't think it gives it a nice look to it, but it's definitely soft. Much more soft than the Manx cat. So there you go, that's the update. It's starting to rain, I think, and I gotta get inside. But HB8 kits being assembled this weekend for video preview, as well as a PDF instructions manual and a video assembly from start to finish out of the box. So wish me luck. See you guys.